One of these is Apple's iPhone X, the other is an Android-powered imposter that'll probably sell for half the price. I'm Alex from Android Central, and yeah, this one is the new Asus Zenfone 5. It's pretty shameless in being, let's say, inspired by the style of the iPhone X. Same notch design around the display, same metal and glass aesthetic, same camera placement. This is as close as anything I've seen to being a wholesale recreation of Apple's latest design cues. And although it won't cost anywhere near the $1,000 or so the iPhone X does, I've got to admit I've been pleasantly surprised by the way this phone handles, performs, and looks. The display, despite that notch, looks great with up to 500 nits of brightness, and the speakers are ridiculously loud with a dedicated outdoor mode. Physically, you're looking at a glass body with metal sides, there's a fingerprint scanner on the back, as well as optional Face ID security that we weren't able to fully test. On the front, the Zenfone 5 puts a 6.2-inch FHD Plus display into a body the same size as the 5.5-inch Zenfone 4. It does this thanks to a new and even taller 19:9 aspect ratio, which of course means it looks even more like the real iPhone X. Sorry, I mean this completely unrelated phone over here. On the inside, the base model Zenfone 5 runs a Snapdragon 636 processor, which isn't exactly trailblazing, but Asus says it's tuned performance through software to bring it closer to the level of the more powerful 660. It's hard to get a feel for that in just an hour or so of test time, but to me, performance and responsiveness seem perfectly fine. Don't tune out if you're not a flagship enthusiast though, because there is also the Zenfone 5Z model, which looks identical but packs a Snapdragon 845. RAM comes in up to 6GB, and the Zenfone 5's imaging specs are also impressive. Dual 12MP shooters live around the back, one standard, one wide angle, and the main camera uses Sony's flagship IMX363 sensor with optical stabilization. The camera is also one big area where Asus says it's harnessed AI to improve performance. Just like Huawei and LG, there's an automatic scene detection mode, so the phone can tell if it's looking at a cat, a dog, a city skyline, a cup of coffee, or whatever else, and tweak things accordingly. And the Zenfone can apparently learn your preferences based on the kind of tweaks you make to different kinds of shots, which is super interesting, but we weren't able to fully demo this feature ahead of today's launch event. Asus's new Zen UI software contains some more dubious claims towards AI as well, where even basic things like adjusting the white balance of the display is considered an AI feature. Same deal with the feature that keeps the screen awake while you're looking at it, same with the feature that charges the phone's battery more slowly overnight to save on recharge cycles. It's debatable whether any of this stuff is really AI, I'd argue that it isn't, and it's actually more of an exercise in branding than anything else. In any case, Asus's software as a whole looks good with no duplicate apps or bloatware and Android 8.0 under the hood. The notch also works just fine with most Android apps. Maps, for instance, shows as normal, and video apps like YouTube just blank out the area around the notch. It's hard to get past the Zenfone 5 status as a high-profile iPhone X clone, but there is more to this phone than just a copycat design and dubious AI features. I'm fascinated to spend some more time with the oddity that is the Zenfone 5, so stick around and subscribe so you don't miss the full review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.